Hey you guys, it's your girl Shauna. Thank you so much for coming back to another video. So right now, I'm just, putting some LA Pro Girl concealer in the shade Porcelain to set my eyes. And I'm just using my beauty blender to just blend that in. Now I'm just setting my eyes with the Maybelline Fit powder. Now I'm going into my Nubian 2 palette by Juvias, and I'm using the color Morocco, and I'm just patting that. That's like the first shade I'm trying to put down. So yeah, like I said before in my previous videos, if you haven't seen, I usually just pat the color because I feel like it helps with the pigment, but also you can get as much, pigment as you want, and it just helps instead of swiping as much. Swiping for me, I like to do more when I'm blending, but yeah. Now I'm going into my Take Me to Brazil palette and using the brighter yellow to pat on top of the orange. And yeah, I just added as much as I wanted basically, and also just to blend it too with the orange so it looks more like a gradual thing. I'm going back into the Nubian 2 palette for the shade Kenya, and I'm putting that into my crease just to darken my crease up and everything. And yeah, I'm using more, the brush that I'm using is, I feel like, more pointier to a point, so I feel like I can go directly right into the crease. And yeah, I'm just darkening up my crease as much as I can. I'm also trying to blend the brown with the orange because I feel like it does definitely in general, blending your colors together looks good, but the orange and browns always just look very good to me, and it kind of just gives me more of a fall vibe, that's for sure. And now I'm just retouching up, the orange that might have been lost a little bit and above my crease. And now I'm going to the color Jezebel. It's like a darker purplish kind of thing, but I feel like it definitely did add that extra darkness that I needed in my crease. And then together I feel like the brown Kenya and Jezebel just went so well together, and it looks nice. Now I'm using my LA Pro Girl concealer again. So I'm basically trying to do a halfway cut crease in that. I'm not the greatest, I'll be honest. I cannot make it super sharp in that, but I tried the best that I can. So yeah, I kind of used the actual concealer brush that I guess you can call it, that comes with it, because it just definitely helps create the shape, and then I just go in with a brush to, I guess, get it exactly how I want it. And I'm so sorry for going out of frame in certain areas and that, I've noticed that, but yeah, just excuse that. Now I'm going into the shade Nairobi, and honestly, it's not, over the camera, it's not showing at first how very vibrant and very bright this color is, but honestly, it's a very pretty gold color, and I really loved it. The pigment is it's great, and honestly, this palette altogether is the pigmentation is strong. It's very bright and good. But I'm going with that color in the first half of my lid, basically, because I'm going in with the second color afterwards. But yeah, I'm just using my brush to swipe that on. But now I'm going into the shade Nefertiti. I'm so sorry if I got that wrong. But yeah, it's not showing up on camera as much as I want it to, but it's more of an orangish, like orange type of gold to a point, and it really is pretty. These colors went very well together. So yeah, I'm just popping that on towards the end of my lid and that. And then, as you see, I'm just going to retouching the other color, the goldish color, and then I'll keep going back and forth because I want it as bright as I can. Now I'm going back with the Jezebel and Kenya color just to darken up the crease, and also, I don't know how to describe this, but I try to go more in and towards my eye to a point because I feel like it just looks more smoked out to a certain degree, and it just, I don't know, it's just something particular I like to do. But yeah, and then towards the end, I'm just adding back the orange color, orange bright shimmer color, and that towards the end of my lid. Like I said, it didn't show up all the way exactly how I wanted to over, on the camera, but in person you could tell a good difference of the shades. But right now I'm using my NYX liquid liner, and yeah, I'm doing wing liner. So for me particularly, I'm not the best at doing wing liner, but I try to draw the shape of it first and then fill it in. So I try to draw out the wing, how far I want it, and then I close in and go towards my lid more, and yeah, basically fill it in after that. So to be honest, they're not, I hate when I don't get it exactly leveled with the other eye from a wing liner, but you'll see later how I correct that. But yeah, this is the brand Dye Silk that I ordered from on Amazon. I love these lashes. They're very pretty. They're wispy lashes, but they're also natural. But I'm going to leave all the products that I use as usual in the description. Right here, I'm using the Wet n Wild Dewy primer. And honestly, I used too much. As you can see, I used too dang much. I did not mean for so much to come out, but it did. But yeah, I might look a little crazy right now and everything, but I swear once I have my foundation and everything else on, you don't even notice it. But it does give that dewy look for sure. And that, so yeah, I'm just rubbing that in as much as I can. So now I'm getting my setting powder and putting it in my smile lines, basically, in that, because once I wear makeup, my makeup over time starts creasing. So to prevent that, I always put some powder there along with on my forehead, because that's where I get the most oily up there. So yeah, that's all I'm doing here, just to prevent creasing and also oil. So I'm using a different foundation. This is the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless. Sorry I didn't show the shade longer, but this is 368 in deep golden. It is a little more darker. I would say definitely more of a summer shade in that, but yeah, it is something that I do like to change up and use sometimes. But once I use my concealers, it doesn't look that bad. But yeah, it isn't one of my favorite. I'll admit I do like the other one that I have from MAC better, but it's still a good foundation regardless, especially since it's a drugstore type foundation and it's cheap, so you can't beat that. So yeah, I'm just blending it in with my face brush that I also got from Amazon. And if you guys want the link to that or what exact brushes I got, let me know in the comments so I can do that for you guys, because it was a good set of foundation and eyeshadow brushes. But now I'm using concealer. So the concealers I'm using are, so they're both LA Pro Girl concealers, and one's Warm Honey and the other is Fonce. So these are, I usually have a little darker concealer than this, but like I said, I'm running out, to be honest, so I need to buy some other shades, but this still works for me and all. Then right here, I'm going in just to basically clear up if there's any to make sure like my eyeliner is basically sharp and also if I messed up in any areas, it definitely helps. Then I'm using the dark color Mahogany for my contour. So once again, I'm blending it in, my concealer with my beauty blender. I definitely do wet my beauty blender, and I definitely would recommend doing that because it doesn't soak up all your, concealer, and it just helps blend and move things way easier than if it was dry. That's for sure. Now I'm using one of my old foundation brushes just to blend in my contour. And I try to go up and not drag down because then it just looks very muddy to me. But yeah, I use my brush and my beauty blender to blend it in, because I will say contour is something definitely new that I'm using, because I used to not really use contour like that. But I do like the outcome. It's just a lot of blending and I have to make sure I add the correct amount. So yeah, just doing that, blending it out with my beauty blender. And then for my nose contour, I always use a brush, basically a smaller brush, to get in there, because I used to use my beauty blender, but I always would mess it up some type of way. So yeah, using a brush I definitely see gives me more, it's just easier that way. And now I'm using my brush again. It's like more of an angle brush to put on my Maybelline Fit Me powder in the shade Deep Fonce 35. And yeah, I'm just going in and then also, trying to contour a little more, put it underneath where my contour was. But yeah, setting with this brush honestly is it's just nicer to me. It's easier. Like I said in my previous video, I'm learning to use brushes more for things than beauty blenders or other type of things. So yeah, and then I'm going back, where my smile lines or on my forehead, as I said, to prevent some creasing or just in case if I get oily over time. Then I go into my Morphe palette. I have not found my blushes. This is what I've been using, which is eyeshadow, but hey, it's totally fine. But yeah, I'm just doing that and blending it out as much as I can. Might have added a little bit too much, but honestly, I don't mind it that much. But yeah, just blending out. Then now I'm using my Wet n Wild highlighting powder in the shade Crown of My Canopy in 322B. And yeah, I'm just adding that to my highlighting areas. Now I'm just lining my under eyes with black liner. And y'all, I'm sorry, my hands were ashy. Yeah, no, definitely just no. But anyways, I'm going back in and using the shade Morocco, the orange shade, and going under my under eyes with that. And I'm basically just doing the same colors I use on my eyes for my under eyes. And yeah, you know, a little dance mode, because I was listening to Pop Smoke's new album, what y'all think, because so far, I like it. Especially, I don't know, him and Quavo together, it's everything. But yeah, anyways, now I'm going in with Kenya, and I liked it, honestly. It helped smoke it out a little more and add a little more darkness that I wanted. So yeah, I'm just using Kenya and I'm blending that in with the orange and, you know, the black liner that I have. And then here I'm just adding my mascara. I'm getting off the excess, you know, powder and everything because we can't be, you know, looking ashy. Low-key, I definitely need to wipe off a little more, but hey, it's all good. Then I'm spraying with my Mario Badescu, hopefully I'm saying that correctly, spray. And as I said, I like to add a little more highlighter when my face is still kind of wet to a point because it just looks good all together. And then I'm just adding, you know, some black liner to my lips to line my lips. Here I'm using a Maybelline lipstick in the shade 24 Blackberry. Once again, sorry I don't know, I'm having all these type of mishaps in my video trying to show the actual shades, but yeah, that's what I'm doing. I really like it. It's like a dark reddish purple, I don't know, it's just always one of my favorite shades to use, especially when I do like a gold eyeshadow look. It goes together. Wet n Wild 125 red shade. And yeah, I'm just adding that on top. Honestly, I love this look. It was very pretty. It just came together. So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.